Hey guys, James saying. So this is a video. I'm a new Tesla Model 3 standard range owner, and did I give anything up going from a Hyundai Sonata Limited to the standard Model 3 on Tesla? So let's get to that video. So number one, the first thing that I did give up, and I knew this going in, there's no heads-up display. So on the Hyundai Sonata Limited Edition, there was a heads-up display. It's really nice to drive, not take your eyes off the road. You could program various things that you wanted to see in the windshield: speed, how fast you're going, what the speed limit was, how close you were to the car in front, a number of things. So it's not even an option on the Model 3. Well, I don't know if it's an option on another Tesla, but it's not an option on. I have a 2023 Model 3 standard. Not an option for me. All right, so what else did I give up? There's no cooling seats. There are heating seats and heating steering wheel, which I rarely use. I do on rare occasions. But I live in Florida, and it's like really hot. So I miss the cooling seats. Now the app, you can go into climate control and cool your car off before you get to it, which works really well. Which is the other Hyundai Sonata had a remote start, so your car would actually start and sit there and run. It kind of always worried me, like somebody would break in when your car's running and they can just take it. But I digress. So what else is missing? So what surprised me is that there's no garage door opener. I've had Kia Optima, Hyundai Sonata. They all had the button on the mirror. Yeah, it's like a lot of cars have a button on the mirror to link with your garage door opener. Not on this. There is, I can look in the App Store for, as of the making of this video, March of 2023, there's a garage door opener that I can buy for $350, have it sent to Tesla, and then a technician will install it. That the $350 includes the installation price. I've seen other people's video. Apparently it was $300 at one point, but now it's $350. So I have to use one of these. I guess first world problem. I mean, if I'm going for this clean Tesla, minimal knobs and dials, I don't want to be adding things on. But anyway, I digress. So what else am I missing that surprised me? This one did surprise me in that the Hyundai Sonata had smart cruise control. This has smart cruise control. But the Hyundai had lane keeping assist and highway driving assist. You could always have that on, even if you didn't have smart cruise control on. You may think, well, what's the big deal? The reason, it was weird when on the Hyundai Sonata, the steering wheel was always shifting under my hands, keeping me in the center of the lane. Really nice. And it also conditioned you, because like if you tried to change lanes without using the blinker, the car would fight you. You'd have to break the control of the car. But it just conditioned you to always use your blinker when you're changing lanes so the steering wheel didn't fight you. And you might think, well, that's a pain in the ass. I don't want to do that. But it was a good safety feature. But so I don't always want to have cruise control on. One, I don't know, because I just don't want to. And two, I don't know why, but on this Tesla Model 3, at least my Tesla Model 3s, I'm assuming it's everybody else's, some roads, I can only set the speed limit 5 miles an hour above whatever the speed limit is. And then on other roads, I can set it as high as I want, 20, 30 miles an hour above the speed limit. So I do have a tendency to drive 5, 10, 15 miles an hour over the speed limit. And people may say, well, you shouldn't do that. And liability for Tesla. Well, the Hyundai Sonata, I mean, I could have auto steer on, and I call it auto steer, but I could have auto steer on all the time, and I want auto steer on all the time. I don't know, because like when I go to work, there's a 4-lane road. It's only 40 miles an hour. It's a 4-lane. It's with a one down the middle, a median, and sometimes it's a turn lane. It's a 5-lane road, and everybody's driving 50, 60 miles an hour. So maybe this is just rationalization, but I think if you're driving a lot faster than the speed limit or a lot slower than the speed limit, well, you're a traffic hazard. And so it's best to be going about within 5 or 10 miles an hour of everybody else. So, but anyway, I digress. So I can't always have auto steer on. only when I'm using cruise control. What else am I missing? Oh, there's no Apple CarPlay. I did know that right before I got the car, which really surprised me that there's no Apple CarPlay. So why did I want Apple CarPlay? Well, one thing is mainly to interface with Audible or listen to audio books. And I have found a way. I don't know which order I'm putting these videos out, but if this video is second, here's the link to how there's an easy way to play your Audible books. And I would assume all audio books. There's an easy way to connect your phone via Bluetooth. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of hard ways to do it. People make a bunch of videos, buy this, plug this in, do this, buy this Tesla Mirror app. Anyway, there's a pretty easy way. I was confused of how to do it, but once you know, well, everything's hard until you know how to do it. So, so Apple CarPlay. And the other big thing I wanted to use was Waze. So I used Waze. One for traffic navigation in Tesla's Well, you need to use Tesla's navigation because it will show you where the chargers are. Well, I'm yet to use a supercharger because I have yet to take a long trip. So if I'm taking a long trip where I need superchargers, I like Waze because it tells me where the police are, and it tells me. So I did subscribe to the premium connectivity, so I would get live maps updates. I'm assuming it's going to tell me when there's traffic hazards or backed up traffic. But Waze is pretty good. It's a community where people share and say, there's a car broken down the side of the road. There's a traffic hazard in the road. There's the police. There's a speed trap. So I missed that. So I got a little holder. I turned Waze on. Waze sits on my dash up here in this holder. But I digress. So what else did I not have that surprised me? Said that. So no Sirius XM. And then at first I thought, man, I really like Sirius XM. But there's this app here for music. I think it's really Slacker Plus is what my research has shown. And it's just as good or better than Sirius XM. And it comes with the premium connectivity, $10 a month. And Sirius XM is really getting expensive. When I called up to canceled, they were basically, we'll cut your price, your monthly price, your quarterly price, 66%. So why have you been screwing me all these years? You're willing to lower the price 66% for the next year? Why don't you? I hate these subscription services, but I digress. What else do I not have? A glass roof. I don't want a glass roof. I mean, there's no getting away from it. I live in Florida. I live in a really hot state. I need the sun out of my car, and I got these Tesla sunshades, which they do block the sun more. I don't know why they didn't make them solid. I want to block it 100%. Some people are like, oh, I love my glass roof. Well, I don't. I live because it's too damn hot in Florida. I don't need a glass. I got to find a better solution. I'll make a video. I'm not really happy with these Tesla, $160 for these two inserts. I mean, I did tint my windows. I'm happy with my tinted windows. But anyway, what else do I not have? I mean, what else was I surprised? I got back folding mirrors. I didn't have it on Hyundai Sonata Limited. I had it in my Kia Optimas that I had. So I'm glad I got my folding mirrors. I like that. I thought I didn't have, the Tesla calls it easy in, easy out. So it was kind of weird, or easy entry. When I would turn my Hyundai Sonata off, the seat would back up, the wheel would move, I could get in and out. So you have to have your driver profile, then you have to have an easy entry profile, and then in your profile you have to say, yes, I want easy entry turned on so that when you turn the car off or put it in park, the seat backs up. Anyway, there's a way to do it, but you got to jump through a couple more hoops on the Tesla. But once you have it set up, it's set up. So what else? There's no front camera when you park. That was really weird. I've got the enhanced autopilot, and for a month I'm testing out the full self-driving. But it won't tell me. So on my Hyundai, I had a camera. It's very easy to see. I'm about to hit something. Is there a curve my wheels are about to hit? There's a camera in the bumper. Well, I don't know where it was, but up by the bumper somewhere. The Tesla, it gives you like a cartoon drawing of your car, and then it draws these little wiggle lines around your car, and like you're 30 inches from something. I don't know how accurate it is, But if you just put a camera picture up there, I can see I'm about to hit something or how close I am to something. So I missed that. And the other thing, there's no 360 top-down view. So like when I was parking my Hyundai Sonata, it would be a picture representative of my car, but it would be a camera view of like the lines on each side that I'm pulling, and I could be perfectly right in the middle of those lines when I was parking my car. I could be very accurate when I was parking my car. It gives you a picture representation, and if you back into every parking space, I'm not a person that backs into all the parking spaces. You have a camera, and then you can see the lines when you're backing in. But I usually pull in. I don't. Anyway, I got a whole nother thought process on people that back into. But anyway, but I digress. I don't want to go off on a tangent. Oh, it's not my hearing aid off. So I'm really surprised that there's no camera in the bumper, and there's no 360 top-down view of my car. Now, like the full self-driving, it will give cartoon representations of other cars around me, but it's kind of weird. You'll be driving and like the semi beside you, it'll be jumping back and forth. Well, that doesn't happen on a real live camera feed. So you start to wonder, well, how accurate are you if the cartoon car is doing that? I don't know. Camera would be better. There are daytime running lights. I like that. I like the safety features. And I guess the last thing, there's no auto trunk open. Like a lot of times I had all my skydiving gear. I'd come back out from Publix, going up to the car, and I'd just stand by the trunk. I'd go beep, beep, beep. As long as I had my key in my pocket, beep, beep, beep. And the trunk would pop open. I'd put stuff in, close it. Now the Hyundai Sonata didn't have a auto close. You had to close the trunk, but then my hands are free. Tesla's the other way. There's no auto open. You got your key in your pocket. The car's like, you got to open it by hand, and then you load your car up. And then when your hands are free, you hit the button and it closes. Kind of wish it was the other way around. When my hands are full, I want it to auto pop open, and then when my hands are empty, I can close it, or you could still have the button. But anyway, I wish I had an auto trunk open. So that's a few things that surprised me that I didn't have. None of them are deal breakers. The one I missed the most is the heads-up display. The second one I missed the most is the auto steering. It was so nice that the car was always, as long as there were lines on the road, it was always auto-correcting, keeping me did a pretty damn good job of it. Those are the two things I missed the most. Well, and the cooling seats. Oh, I can cool the car off, but I really like the cooling seats. It really helped when it was hot and the car was cool and the seats had cool air coming up. You cooled off really quickly because it's Florida. It gets really, really hot and humid here. Anyway, all right, guys, if you liked the video, hit the thumbs up. It would help my channel. And if you found the information helpful or useful, consider subscribing to the channel. And if you do, remember to turn on notifications so that you don't miss when the next video comes out. All right, guys, thanks a lot. We'll see you in the next video.